All right, man. Gotta adjust the camera. Give me a minute. There we go. Somehow this camera tripping. There we go. So you got Oscar De La Hoya, which all of a sudden is like 70 degrees in Detroit. You got Oscar De La Hoya saying that uh you got him, kind of him and Ryan pushing the they push it for Williams to pay the fight. Um, I kind of find that kind of funny. Uh, I didn't really think. I mean, pushing for, excuse me, a Jaron Boots in this fight. Uh, I find that kind of funny. Didn't really think that would actually, be a thing. Um, you know, uh, Devin Haney did an interview on on Cigar Talk, and he says that his deal with Turkey right now is 1-2. One fight with Jose Ramirez and another fight with Jerron, with two fights with Ryan Garcia. So him and Ramirez is fighting at 144 pounds. So I mean, but at the same time, I think it'll be very, very interesting to see if Ryan Garcia go through with Jerron Boots in this. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video, and I think we already know the answer to this question. They're not gonna fight Boots unless they 100% absolutely has to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. I mean, you think about it, all the champions, the 130 pounds they could have fought. They didn't fight any champions at 30. They didn't fight any of the top guys at 35. They didn't fight any of the top guys at 140, even when it came to a belt because he missed weight versus Devin Haney. Him and Tank fought at a catch weight. So he's never challenged for a title, but you're going to challenge Jerron Boots Ennis now. Maybe if Undisputed is on the line. I mean, when they start about to fight somebody and they lock into a fight, these fighters will fight anybody. These fighters will fight anybody. But when it's nothing but space and opportunity, and then nobody got nothing scheduled, they can make something shake like make something shake like a salt shaker. Then all of a sudden, it's quiet as a church mouse. Everybody isn't going to secluded area. Everybody's enjoying their free time. They're not thinking about fighting. Blase this, blase that. So I'm not really buying into the narrative that they'll fight Boost. This is just for promotion. Boost's name is hot. They keep, I seen an article on Boxing Scene say, well, De La Hoya say boxing is on fire right now. No, it's not. Y'all know what on fire look like? It ain't this. They always trying to reinvent the wheel and try to make y'all seem like it's like if we going through something and we getting attacked, but the government tell you don't not to panic. Yeah, panic. They ain't really making shit shake right now in the sport of boxing. So um, now it's probably starting to heat up with Shakur fighting July 12th, Lamont Tank June 21st. You got Devin and Devin and them fighting, and then you got Canelo who really care about that fight. So it's starting to shake up, and then September you have Bud coming back. So it's starting to get some marquee fights, but they too few far in between, in my opinion. You might get Keith and Tim Zoo. Knowing Keith, that might not happen to the fall or to the winter. Um, so yeah, I mean, shit, it is what it is, right? But we hope that we hope we can get some solid fights. That's what I say. I hope we can get some real solid fights. But I don't see Ryan fighting Jerron Boots in this. If he going to fight Devin twice, I'm assuming if Ryan win, it probably won't be a rematch in the second fight. So if he had to fight him twice, that's about maybe late 2020, six him and Boots a fight or something like that. And I just don't see it. He didn't fight, any of the title holders at 35, at 30, at 40. He, missed weight for a title. That's another little fact that go under notice is that he didn't fight for a title. That's he did miss weight for that fight. So when you see a guy miss weight for a fight like that, that's huge. And I think he overblew weight by what, 4 pounds. Do people understand the advantage? Just take the pairs out of it. Do you people understand the advantage that you have You know, if you come over 1 pound, that's an advantage. I mean, he came in 143, 1/4, over 3 pounds. Yeah, people understand the advantage that one person has. If I got to kill myself to make weight, you know what I'm saying? You know, he didn't even attempt to make weight. So he ain't trying to fight for no titles. He ain't trying to fight for no championships. And we just keeping it a bean. So do I believe him? I mean, he went through several weight classes, didn't fight Loma, didn't fight whoever else had titles. Devin, was trying to fight you for a title. Didn't fight Richard Comey. I don't know who was at 30 at the time. Didn't fight Tio, didn't fight Devin for the title. You blew the weight. Didn't fight Sabril Matias. So all of a sudden we expect you to go up to 147 and compete for a title. I don't see it. Especially if you're not souped up no more and people say, well, Ryan is acting normal now and he seems, that don't mean nothing. That mean that he probably ain't got the side effects of dope in his ass no more. That's all that mean. He ain't got the side effects of dope in his ass no more. All of a sudden he seemed more focused. Some motherfuckers fight better crazy. If you think, I think he gonna get in the ring with Boots, especially if Boots ain't getting in the ring. Especially if Boots ain't getting in the ring and getting the popularity, and he ain't pulling a whole bunch of pay-per-views. I just don't see it. Now, Boots was one of the more popular fighters in boxing, up there with with Ryan, and up there with with Anthony Joshua, and up there with some even with guys like Bud Crawford. If he was on that level, then then we're having a different conversation, to be honest. But really, unless Boots go up there and get undisputed, and to me, we're having an irrelevant conversation. They just using his name to sell a fight, and I'm telling y'all what it is. They just using his name to sell a fight. And I know y'all don't know that. Y'all should know it because it's one of the common practices that's been going on in boxing forever. It's kind of like Kid Austin and his daddy. They sit there and they talk. They really wasn't supposed to go through with it. You clout chase, but you don't go through with it. You clout chase. Then when you're ready, then you could say we've been calling these dudes out for years. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But a lot of these other people is doing it. They this is just a common practice, in my opinion. This is a common practice. Clout chase, 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 clout chase. Then when the time comes, it's something else. Damn, it's 81. Damn, I didn't know it was 81 degrees. No wonder why Ninja in here kind of cooking. That's all they do is clout chase. So, but like I continue to say, nonetheless, I don't expect that fight to come off. They didn't fight nobody. It didn't fight anybody fair and square. We can argue that. We can go back and forth with that. We can battle that all day. They missed weight. They missed opportunities. Wanted to do catch weights, change weights right at the weigh-in. Come on. Let's call a spade a spade. So if y'all think Ryan really getting in the ring, he ain't doing nothing no different with Floyd Schofield. He just not gonna get all the way in the ring, which is smart. He just gonna use his name. He got little motion going on right now. He gonna use his name enough because he just fought it in. He ain't gonna mention him. He already locked in for a fight for a year and a half worth of fights. That's it. He's already gonna lock him in for a year. He already locked in, so it's easy, when you locked in for a year and a half worth of fights. Of course, they open to fighting anybody. Of course, they down to fight anybody. Come on. But if it was nothing but space and opportunity and Boots ain't had nothing going on and he didn't have nothing going on, they wouldn't be fighting. I'm telling you that. They wouldn't be fighting. So, believe what y'all want to believe. Keep falling for the okie doke. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. You go live or drop a video. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Join the Patreon. Check out the Free Game 89 channel. Peace.